Hi, welcome to your MalaLicious workshop, Learn Professional Mala Making. So why do we call it this, right? The reason it's called this is because in this course, you will learn everything from the basics of what a mala is to the symbolic parts, how to use it in meditation, Japa Meditation, how to incorporate this into your own yoga practice. And then also, if you would like to create your own mala from start to finish, we will go over the steps of that. And taking this to the next level, you can either utilize your malas for personal use, you can give them as gifts to loved ones, or turn a passion into a means of living. You can do that through making malas, and with yoga being a really beautiful way of life and a beautiful path. So mala making and using Japa Malas in meditation is a nice complement to this path. If you decide to utilize malas as part of that practice and you're a yoga teacher and would like to begin making them yourself, why not use them to create a sustainable business for yourself? Or if you're already making money as a yoga teacher, it's a really nice way to supplement your living. Welcome to section 2 of the MalaLicious Professional Mala Making course. Feeling juicy and licious about your mala by now? Let's hope so. It's time to get to the goodies. In this section, we're going to cover the supplies you need to make your mala and the entire process of making a mala from beginning to end. By the end of this workshop, you will not only be able to make a mala to completion, you will be able to gift it to loved ones, use it for your own personal use in Japa Meditation, or simply to wear for your own fashionable reasons. Or you can sell it and start building and creating a sustainable means of living that you may not have otherwise thought of, or you've thought of and just didn't really know how to begin. So now it's time to become your own expert on mala.
How excited are we? I'm stoked for myself, for you guys. I have no doubt that all of you guys are MalaLicious mala makers, and you have all reached this step in the making process. At this point, you have 108 beads on your mala. You're at the end, and now you need the final steps of how to close the mala. The supplies you will need now are super glue and either a pre-made tassel or materials to make your own tassel, whether it's organic silk or other materials to mix in, along with tinsel thread. Here's some nice gold tinsel thread that will wrap around the mala. This one's silver. The mala end will look like so. You will have a tassel, a guru bead or a meru bead, and everything will be tied off here. I'm going to show you how to tie it off now. We have put all 108 beads on our mala. Let's take a look at how to tie off the ends. It's just like all of the other knots we do. This time we have 2 strings. We bring the 2 ends together and make a loop. I bring it as close to the final 2 beads as possible. I reach through the loop and pull both strings through. I try to keep these close to the bead as I'm pulling the knot closed, and I pull it super tight. If you can see, they're as close as they'll be. Taking a look, we have super tight end of our mala. Really awesome. So you guys try that at home. Ooh, now for one of my favorite parts of the mala, the meru or the guru bead. You can put whatever you want on here. I like to put really nice special stones here. Ideally, you will be able to string both strings through this bead, because if you can do that, it will be super strong. If not, it's not a big deal. Once you have your guru bead on, you tie off your guru bead with a knot at the bottom. I would double knot it. One knot super close to the bead, and then an extra knot to make it super strong. Now first we make one knot, and then the other. And of course, we get our buddy super glue. Some here to snip off our extra string. And make sure to leave this long string. You're going to need it. If you are using a pre-made tassel, which are fairly easy to find online in craft stores, take the end of your string, pull it through the loop as close to the tassel part as possible. Tie off this end part. Take your brown string and create a knot here. I won't create the full knot here because I'm going to show how to make a handmade tassel. You will bring the brown string around through and pull it tight. Here you can tie extra silver string and super glue and cut it. Awesome! Any confusion about that, just email me. We are going to make our own tassel today, and I'm going to show you how. I like to recycle and take care of the environment, so I use some of the extra brown string that's laying around, and I add it to my organic silk, along with some other types of string to make a nice combination. The way I do this is I measure out the length I want the tassel. Make sure your string and silk are double the length you want your tassel because you will double over the string. I put my finger in the center of the string, place the brown string from your mala on the bottom of the tassel thread. Then I bring the tassel thread together and take the brown string from your mala and bring it through and around. Now you have created a tassel-like situation, and you need to knot this string. Put your index finger here, bring the string around to create a loop. String goes behind and through. Pull it tight, of course, super tight. And then make another one, again, over our finger, around, loop, pull the string through the loop and pull it tight. You have the makings of the beginning of a tassel. From here we can do a little dabby super glue, you can snip. And now, finishing off the tassel is pretty easy. We want to make friends with our tassel, especially this organic thread. Yeah, now we take our tinsel thread. We put it underneath, keeping the top of the tassel really, really tight. You will start with a short end of the tinsel thread and begin to loop it around your tassel. Once, twice, and stop to make a knot. And this knot is made as if you were beginning to tie your shoe. Here you may place some super glue, then continue to loop the tinsel thread all the way around until you reach the very end. With the remaining end, we place our finger down, loop the tinsel thread around our finger to create a loop. The tinsel comes around, we remove our finger, and tinsel goes through the thread, and we pull it tight to create a knot. Dab the knot with super glue and simply cut the ends. Pure mala magic. Now we have a finished tassel, and actually an entire finished mala. The final step to finishing your enlightenment is to cut the very bottoms of the tassel. It's kind of like cutting hair. We want to cut it as straight as possible, maybe from a couple different angles, and you will have a completed tassel. Yeah, awesome. So super MalaLicious.
Congratulations on finishing your mala. Really, really nice job. I'm so proud of you guys. And thank you so much for joining in the workshop.